hey, get down there. Get down there. Let's land the helicopter. I've gotten good. Look at that. The boy is bad, man. Yo, shoot. I was in the Air Force as a medic, but I should have been a pilot, let me tell you, because I can land my helicopter. Oh, sorry. Hey, Instagram, it's me. A strong T from the Pattersons taking the train to Tibet. Hey, it's a Saturday. Means whatever comes to my head. Well, sorry, I got what's the name? My castor oil. I've been using castor oil a lot. It works. Castor oil actually works. It's helped my shoulder a lot, this thing here. I'm working on my back now. We'll see in a couple of days as I do my, anyway, don't worry about that part. Well. I got a new thing. It's an old thing, but it's a new thing. Oh, it's a new thing. I have concretized something. As you may know, may or may not know, I do my quinsalas, at least one a week, right? So I just finished one. Probably, hopefully I can perform. I can deliver it at Johnny's on Sunday. So whenever we record, you'll hear it then. I did a little bit. Don't worry about that part. So that's them. But then in my book, I realized what I've been doing. See, when you go online, they ask for comments or replies. Well, I don't be doing the hearts, the fists, or the people, wow, or you're wonderful. Yeah, brother, go ahead. I do things in what we call complete sentences, complete paragraphs. Oh, ouch! I just burnt myself on my incense. Which incense was that? That was the goodness incense. Oh, so goodness burn. Anyway, look. So I can't. Well, anyway, let me tell you. Let me just cut to the chase. I keep you in suspense. Well, there was one that Tyreek had you know how you're supposed to, like, I guess I should, no, I do the basic thing. You put up a thing that you're going to do, say, notify me to Tyreek radio, Tyreek's very smart, and these questions all the time, so his regulars can come in, not all hours a day. It's just he knows how to use the internet. Some people know how to use the internet, they know how to use the platforms or whatever have it. So you can, any given day he has a question, the thing might last a half hour or whatever have you. People come and his regulars tune in, and it's very entertaining, very knowledgeable, right? So I had the thing from him that I may or may not get to because I want to do this one first, which is, I'm sorry, I think everything's absurd, so I be laughing all the time. You see me down there rolling on it, I be laughing. Going like, you all should know better, right? Okay, let me start off by saying this. I've said this for a long time. Donald Trump is smarter than you are. He's not smarter than me, but he's smarter than you are. Okay? I know it. That's all I'm going to say, because then I'll be calling you names and you'll be saying, oh, my buddy, I'll be hurting your feelings, stuff like that. Let me tell you what happened. The Trump administration they have revoked, banned, or whatever, took back the visa for the South African ambassador to the United States. So there's no, at least that ambassador, I don't know. Now, that's an interesting thing. I didn't think about that. How are you going to get another ambassador? You're going to say, well, can we send this guy? You're going to now ask the United States permission of who you're going to send? Oh, South Africa. Oh, I'm not going to comment on all that stuff. There's going to be a lot of people commenting on that. But here. So anyway, I got the news from, I check all kinds of things. And I saw the headline. And I checked it. It comes from the Times of India. The Times of India is a very big paper. When I was here 20 years ago, whatever it was, 21 years ago, I was at one particular point, I hung out with a guy from the Times of India, the biggest, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's when I met Arundhati Roy. Oh, that was hilarious. Well, let me tell you what happened. I was at a table with a bunch of journalists, right? Miranda Kennedy, who I work with at Democracy Now. She invited me. Well, I hope she was in Delhi, in New Delhi, Old Delhi, whatever. What was New Delhi? Up there, right? So I had travel up there to meet her, because I knew she was in India, and so we hooked up. So we went out. She's a journalist. So she went out to dinner with friends, right? Hold that thought. I had been down here in Oroville, and I directed a play, and my stage manager was this voracious reader. I mean, she could read War and Peace in 3 days, that kind of thing. She was really good, right? But she had left the day before. Don't worry about the part. Anyway, she had read Arundhati Roy's book, God of Small Things, right? And she left it at the guest house, right? So I said, so I told her, let me try to do it in, and maybe I'll take it with me. I'll see what happens. No, maybe I'll leave it. Going back and forth like I vacillate like I usually do. And if I come across Arundhati Roy, I'll have her sign it, or I'll tell her about the book. She can come out and sign it, right? That's what I said. Ha ha ha! Everybody, ha ha! You know how many people in India? Ha ha! The thing is, you meet Arundhati Roy. Ha ha! Impossible, right? So here I am at this. We're at this restaurant. There was a lot of us. There's been about 10 of us, journalists like that. And I was like sitting here, and the Times of India guy was sitting next to me, and so we was talking, and I told him about leaving the book down in Oroville, and I said, if I run into Arundhati Roy, I'm gonna tell her about she could go sign the book. Of course, close to Kerala, where she's from that area, right, like that. And they said, oh, that's easy. She's right over there. Now, let me tell you, if you hang out with journalists or your group, you're going like, oh, yeah, they yanking my chain. My chain? They're yanking my chain, right? I said, yeah, sure. And I kept on talking. He said, no, she's right over there. I'm not going to look because I figured they were just trying to get me to look so I could say, ah, ha, 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 oh, ha, ha, ha. So I said, no, really, she's right there. And I looked, and sure enough, she was sitting right at another table. Now, I usually don't do this because look, being a Negro Ensemble company at a very young age, you know what I mean? Stars don't strike me, charismatic people don't strike me, celebrity don't strike me, none of that. I don't bother people, right? People haven't done it. So we was walking out, but I had to do it. I stopped. I said, excuse me, there was two guys. She was talking, must have been some sort of thing, whatever, and business deal, whatever it was. And I said, look, I really apologize, but I do have to tell you this. I used to work with democracy now, but I was just down in Oroville, and I left a book at the guest house, New Creation Guest House, because I was reading your book, God of Small Things. So I just want to say, if you ever get down there, the book is there in their little thing, and please just sign the book. So. Thank you so much for your work, blah, 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 blah. And that's all I did, I left, right? But think about that. Billions of people in India. And for me to run into Arundhati Roy, insane. Anyway, I don't even know why I went off on that tangent. I always do this. But anyway, because I went to India. Now, it seems like I can't read my own writing as usual. I can. Big escalation. It says big escalation, : right? That was the headline. U.S. expels South African ambassador after white supremacist attack on Trump. I'm going like, whoa, this is interesting. Let me read it. So they had a whole thing about that. And it turns out this guy that's the ambassador to the United States from South Africa, he was at some function, and he was talking, they talk bad about Donald Trump, whatever. I guess somewhere they call him a white supremacist, whatever they were saying, right? And so I wrote in the comments, do I need my glasses for this? I'll leave my glasses on. I put the Donald move, right? I'm gonna read the thing, then I'm gonna explain to you. And I put, yes, the cat had a case of let me start over. I said, yes, the cat had a case of Trump derangement syndrome, which most folks have been cultivating since the dethroning of the Clintons. The ambassador forgot the internet exists and was playing to his faithful, feeding them the rawness they crave. Oh well, we are in the Ides of March. If it's any consolation, no, the Drumpf man and his cabal would have found another way to smack on South Africa. I put South Africa because I hate the name South Africa. I have it in my Spanish kind of thing where you have the question mark in front of South and the South have a question mark Africa. South, don't worry about that one. Okay. Now here's the thing. A couple of things. First of all, hey, this is the Ides of March. This is today. This is the 15th of thing. Now you say Ides of March. Oh, I keep my hand there. Where's that from? If you was in theater, you'd know. sorry. Shakespeare wrote this play, Julius Caesar, and it was with Brutus and all them people would be stabbing. You know, Marlon Brando and all people stabbed. Oh, so I should say that. They've been stabbing. They were stabbing in the movie. They stabbed. You know, I don't know, 39, whatever. How many stab everybody? And then the frame was like Et tu, Brutus. You too, you go through the whole Senate like the Senate on this boy that stabbed him, right? And he goes like, "Oh, even you, yo man, I'm the one that helped you." Okay, anyway, so that happened on the 15th of March, right? So that's known as the Ides of March. But however, I looked this up on the internet. The internet. The Ides of March, or the symbol for the Ides of March is two different. Is a coin with two different daggers on a coin. Interesting enough, right? Okay, but there are other. There's the 15th day of March, but also the 15th day of May, the 15th day of July, and the 15th day of October. All the Ides thing where things can go wrong. Death is imminent, especially political death is imminent. And the 13th day of the other months. So the 13th day of every month is the bad luck day. So basically the 15th day of March, May, July, and October are all Ides day, you know, things go wrong day. It's a day you should chill, right? And then the 13th day of every month, like that. I guess I wonder if they say the 13th, does that mean the 13th day of May, July, and October? In other words, are there two bad days in March, May, July, and October? I don't know. I didn't ask the internet that day. I guess when they get there with the chat or whatever, then you have that. But here's the problem. Look, you're an ambassador. It doesn't matter where you're talking. You're an ambassador. You can't be talking bad about the place or the leadership of the place that you're an ambassador to. Let me go back. Let me say something else. As you know, my commander in chief, you know, Commander Ibrahim, that would be Captain Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. It's interesting when people come to him and say, you all are ambassadors, right? That's a trick thing. Because if you're an ambassador, you have to know the code, you have to act correctly in the country that you're in. So if I'm an ambassador to whatever, I'm not going to go cursing, and I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be an African, you just don't do it. You know, you don't be cursing, you don't be calling people out their name or nothing like that. You just don't do it. And in fact, I'm here now, in a way, I got to go back to South Africa. I shouldn't be talking bad about South Africans, politics, or whoever, even though I'm not really an ambassador. But I am an ambassador, because doesn't matter. So you're not supposed to do that. But here's the thing. Now, of course, a lot of you say, no, but he's the Holy One. He's the Holy One. I said, okay. Because a lot of people, you have to understand, Donald Trump didn't get a bad name until Hillary Clinton started the whole Russia thing, and when she got dethroned, that's when things started to go. Everybody started jumping on Donald Trump. Don't get me wrong, I know the black community thing and Central Park exonerated and all that stuff, and the stuff he did with not letting any black people in the thing, and that's a whole other thing. I won't get into that right now because there's other aspects of that you don't, there's nuance to that. There's no nuance. He did this, he put out a newspaper. Yeah, okay, I got you. But let me keep on going. So the black community, they did, well, not the whole black community, because the rappers and everything loving Donald Trump. Everybody loved Donald Trump, including the Clintons. So that didn't happen until then, right? So the ambassador, they should know, because like that guy that's a Russian ambassador, he's been there for years and years and years. You never see him being caught out. He don't be calling people out their names. He don't be saying this. No, you never hear about something like that, right? You're an ambassador. You see, look, let's put it this way. When you get these school uniforms and you got to wear the tie and a jacket or whatever have you, well, you're an ambassador to that school. So when you're out there and you're out smoking a cigarette or whatever you're doing, you're representing the school. You're an ambassador for that school. You see, if I wear, well, if I wear African garments, then somehow people are associating me with Africa. I'm an ambassador to Africa, right? You follow me on this? Just follow me on this, right? So it's the same thing, you know. In your family, if I'm out there thinking, I'm not going to do anything to embarrass my family, because you're an ambassador to your family. So all these people, all these, how I would say, ratchet and behavior, well, you're representing, right? If you're a singer and then you're going to be all like that, and then you say you're a singer from this country, whatever, the people are going to say, oh, that's what the country does. We are all ambassadors some way there. Okay. Now let me just try to tell you this way. Now I say the Drumpf man and his cabal. Now I didn't call him out of his name, because Drumpf is his lineage name. So I'm not going to call him, and plus I'm not going to call him out of his name. Okay. I say the Donald because that was one of his nicknames, and I actually like that one, the Donald. Donald's cool. Okay. But here's the thing. Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., you gotta have a code. Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. said, you don't call anybody anything that they haven't called themselves. Has he said he's a white supremacist? No, but he acts like what? Has he said that he's a white supremacist? But he hangs out with white supremacists. Has he said that he's a white supremacist? So you cannot call him a white supremacist, or anybody who has not admitted to that they are white supremacists or racist or whatever they want to say. You can't do it. Not under the code as expressed by Mr. Neely Fuller Jr., who I am a devotee. I'm a denizen of Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. I try to adhere to the code. You see? So a lot of people say, I'm on code. You ain't on code. You don't know what the code is. You ain't read the book. So I say that just to say, but there are other ways, like I said, there's other ways you can do it. I don't call somebody out of their name, but in fact, I've said this before, and I actually like saying this again, right? For Mr. Trump, let's see what he did there. For the President of the United States, for the current Commander-in-Chief of the United States, who never served in the military, but he's still Commander-in-Chief, which means he commands a whole lot of chiefdoms, right? So you can go at him if you want, but he got powers that you ain't got. And then he's aligned, and then he's got the musky guy. Would I call him out of his name? No, he's a Musk, right? Look, he got Elon Musk to say when he says he said, here's a black thing. He said, hey man, this person's about me. Take care of my lightweight. Come on now, run. Hear what I just said? All the Drumpf man have to do is turn to Elon and say, hey, take care of my lightweight. Then he takes all his millions and then wipes you out. Boom, boom, boom. He called me a name. Take care of my lightweight. Okay? Let me go back for a second. And it's cabal. That's accurate too. Because the Drumpf man, the Donald, Mr. Trump, Mr. President, has created a cabal around him. And in this cabal, you don't know what's happening. Anybody in this cabal could be hitting you. In this particular case, Marco Rubio, who, we won't get into that, the Cuban, Captain hates Cuba, hates everything, right? He's the one that executed this thing. It probably came from him, but you don't know because the Commander-in-Chief says, hey, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 right? Now, here's the trick. Here's what I say. Like I said, if they're after you, it's like if assassins after you, they're gonna get you. The South Africa is on the radar to be blown away by America. America don't like that. Just like Cuba, they don't like Cuba. They don't like a lot of things, right? So they're always gonna be on their short list, on the short list for abuse. Let's put it that way. So if you know that, you can poke the animal if you want. But just know there's going to be consequences, right? But here's the thing. Here's what I say. Because we're in the Ides of March. Here's what I say. Look, it's very simple, man. You gotta have a better strategy. You're dealing with. You gotta have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, how are you gonna deal? We're talking, man. I, look, you can't. These guys, you talk bad about. Look, what I had a. I won't get into that, but there was a thing that happened when Donald Trump first became president. I was in court, something like, and the judge was. It's complicated. Don't worry about it. This judge had said to me, accused me, said, "Oh, aren't you just like Donald Trump?" He had Donald Trump derangement system. He don't know anything about me. He doesn't know. I'm not the Donald's, whatever, But he's going to associate me, because I'm an American. I'm an ambassador with Donald Trump. This is what happens. You see. But I don't want to be associated with Donald Trump. Well, then don't be. But you can't call him out of his name. You don't have the power. That's why all these people calling names or whatever have you, they're deranged. He's got you all wound up. I'm not even saying, Donald Trump ain't even a troll. Musk is a troll. But Donald Trump, Donald is the Donald. That's all I gotta say, and I keep on spinning this the same way. So that's the whole thing. It's a shame, but now you got yourself in another pickle, because how are you gonna get another ambassador, and then you got to go through this whole thing and da. I want to go to something else here, my Tariq response, but I'm not, because I think I talk too much right now. I just stay on that thing, but I have this other thing, and Tariq had this question. The question was. Should FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, ally with an African nation to get reparations? And I just hit it with this. I said, my response was, the very last thing Africa nations need is for all our dysfunctionals to flood their unity momentum with the likes of us, U.S. I'm not going to leave. Let's read the headline. It's a longer thing. I explained the thing, but basically, look, African nations they're on course now because of the Sahel situation. They're on course to unify Africa. We as a diaspora or other things, we can go. We need to keep going with our momentum. And as allies, we'll come together on a common thread. Let's put it that way. So you don't want to have You don't want to have some psychotic Negroes trying to jump in on the asking African nations to help us with our reparations, because our ambassadorship is wanting. Let's put it that way. But I'm talking codes now. Let's talk about this another time. I'll see if I can hit it another time. I don't know. Other stuff will happen. I'll probably not hit it. But I'm just saying, our reparations claim is our reparations claim. We need to stick with it and deal with it. And as we keep on going, they keep on going, and we'll all come together, and it'll be beneficial. But we can't dilute ourselves by going to, by saying, well, let me have Gabon. Just think if we had Gabon, go to Gabon to help us with our reparations. You don't know what's happening in Gabon. Don't worry. You don't want to ask any other country. We've been working this. We've been working this for many a year, 300 years, however long we've been working this. So we don't need. At this particular point where we need help, it'll be evident. It'll happen. Well, first we got to do. Plus we have other things that we need to do. If African Union or whoever, I like to say African, but if the Sahel, people get all Africa unified, and there's other things that we should be doing, like for instance, going after the Catholic Church, open up your archives, you have more evidence. There's a bunch of stuff with reparations, just not money. There's a bunch of stuff. Now we need help with stuff like that, because it's on another level that it's too complicated. Let me go. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.